10 most powerful NATO weapons given to Ukraine. 10th place, M777. It is an ultralight 155mm British-built towed howitzer, built for the US Armed Forces. It is a well-known and proven equipment used by the USA but also Canada, Australia and Saudi Arabia. The equipment is characterized by great parameters and high mobility. In addition, it can easily work with Excalibur ammunition. The M777 normally fires up to 2 rounds per minute, but in intensive fire the rate of fire can be increased to 5 rounds per minute. In addition to a pretty good rate of fire, the described howitzer also has a good range of shells. Standard shells can be fired up to 21 km, HE shells up to 24 km and upgraded shells up to 30 km. Officially, 152 howitzers were delivered to Ukraine from all countries. With each month of the war, this number may increase, as with any military equipment supplied to Ukraine. 9th place, MIM-23 Hawk. The Hawk is an American medium-range surface-to-air missile system. It was adopted by the United States in 1960 and has since undergone several modernization programs. The MIM-23 Hawks were replaced with the new MIM-104 Patriot system. After modernization, the maximum interception range of targets was increased to 40 kilometers. Outside of the US, users also included Belgium, Denmark, Spain, Netherlands, Iran, Israel, Japan. After massive missile attacks on Ukrainian cities in October 2022, several NATO countries immediately promised to send additional air defense equipment to Ukraine. One of such countries was Spain, which supplied to Ukrainian armed forces with 6 Hawk launchers. 8th place, Zuzana II. It is a Slovak self-propelled howitzer, an improved version of the Zuzana howitzer. The new model received a modified wheel chassis from the Tatra truck with 8x8 drive system and a diesel engine with a power of over 440 horsepower, and its maximum driving range is 600 km. The Zuzana II was equipped with a 155mm cannon with a length of 52 calibers. By default, the howitzer has 40 rounds of ammunition on board, and the range of fire is up to 5 rounds per minute. The shells can hit targets at a distance of about 40 to 50 kilometers. The compact weight of the system is 32 tons. Ukraine has purchased 8 Zuzana II howitzers in connection with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Ukrainian armed forces was received another 16 howitzers, which were ordered for it by Denmark, Germany and Norway. 7th place, FGM-148 Javelin. The Javelin is a handheld anti-tank guided missile produced by Lockheed Martin. It can be used from the arm but also placed on tracked, wheeled on amphibious vehicles. Is the perfect weapon for guerrilla warfare. Javelins have 2 warheads, thanks to which it is possible to destroy a tank protected by reactive armor. The first warhead detonates such armor, while the second warhead is detonated with a delay, to ensure that the vehicle is already stripped of that armor. Javelin missiles have been a key element of US military support to Ukraine since the beginning of the Russian invasion launched on February 24th. As part of the military aid package, the US sent to Ukraine at least several thousand Javelin missiles, which is about 1/3 of the missile stockpile. Lockheed Martin to double production of Javelin missiles to 4,000 pieces a year in the face of war in Ukraine, and most of them will go to the front. 6th place, Bayraktar TB2. The Bayraktar is an unmanned reconnaissance and combat aircraft produced by the Turkish company Baykar Makina. Bayraktar is a medium-altitude flying machine capable of staying in the air for a long time, up to 27 hours without landing. This drone is designed primarily to carry out reconnaissance from the air, but also to guide artillery and attack the enemy directly. Each drone can carry up to 4 laser-guided bombs. It is 6.5 meters long, has a wingspan of 12 meters and weighs 650 kilograms. The drive is a single propeller located at the back of the structure, powered by 100 horsepower piston engine capable of accelerating the drone to about 220 kilometers per hour. Only by February 24th, the Ukrainian army had nearly 15 machines. The manufacturer of Bayraktars has already handed over its machines to the Ukrainian army for free several times. In addition, according to the presented plans, further drones are to be delivered to the Ukrainian armed forces. 5th place, Caesar. The Caesar is a French self-propelled howitzer. It has a 52 caliber 155mm gun, carries 18 rounds of ammunition and is usually operated by 5 people. The range of shells fired from this howitzer is over 40 kilometers. The rate of fire is up to 6 rounds per minute. The vehicle itself, on which the cannon is placed, has a range of 600 kilometers and moves at a speed of up to 100 kilometers per hour. Caesar is built on the chassis of a Unimog or Renault Sherpa 5 truck with a 6x6 chassis. In 2015, a modified version of the vehicle on an 8x8 chassis was presented. Taking into account the declaration of the government in Copenhagen to hand over 19 pieces of these howitzers, the Ukrainian armed forces will officially have 43 Caesar howitzers at their disposal. Interestingly, the Danish howitzers are mounted on new chassis, Czech Tatra 8x8, and have a combat weight of 30 tons. They also take a larger supply of ammunition because 36 rounds. 4th place, Archer. The Archer is a self-propelled 155mm howitzer with a barrel length of 52 calibers, currently used by the Swedish Army. It was placed on the wheeled Volvo chassis. The weapon was initially created in Swedish-Norwegian cooperation, but eventually the Norwegians withdrew from the program. The Archer's distinguishing feature is full automation. The howitzer has an automatic loading mechanism located in the unmanned turret and is operated remotely by a crew of 3 or 4 people, taking place in the vehicle's cabin. Swedish Archer is the fastest howitzer in the world. It only takes 75 seconds for the Archer to stop, fire 3 rounds and continue away. In the case of the Archer howitzer, the counter-battery fire may be too slow before the enemy artillery has time to react. The howitzer will change its position. The firing range of the Archer is, depending on the type of ammunition, from 30 to about 60 kilometers. Sweden will hand over 12 of its 38 Archers to Ukraine. 3rd place, Panzerhaubitze 2000. The Panzerhaubitze 2000 is a German 155mm self-propelled howitzer that is one of the most powerful and best weapon of its type in the world. It is characterized by a significant automatization, and in normal mode it fires 10 to 13 rounds per minute. Depending on the ammunition, the howitzer can fire at targets at a distance of up to 67 kilometers. The weapon is operated by a 5-person crew. It also has armor protecting it against mortar fire. The Panzerhaubitze 2000 is a heavy tracked construction with a weight of 57 tons. Despite this, the high mobility of the German howitzer is ensured by a 1000 HP engine. This is undoubtedly one of the best weapons that the West has handed over to the Ukrainian military so far. No Panzerhaubitze 2000 howitzer was to be lost by the Ukrainians in the course of the previous battles. According to official information, for the first year of the war, the number of systems delivered jointly with the Netherlands is 22, of which 14 come from Germany. This number may increase over time. 2nd place, MIM-104 Patriot. The Patriot is an American surface-to-air missile system on a mobile car platform. The system is designed to combat manned and unmanned aerial vehicles. including aircraft and helicopters, as well as missiles. It is also used to counter short and medium-range tactical ballistic missiles. The main user of the Patriots is the American Army, but the capabilities of this weapon are also used by several other countries around the world, from Israel through Germany, the Netherlands, and South Korea and Japan. The Patriots entered service in 1981. The missile launcher alone can carry 4 PAC-2 missiles or up to 16 PAC-3 missiles. The rocket launcher itself is only one element. The whole system also includes other vehicles, radar, fire control vehicle, or power generators. As for the specific operational parameters of the Patriot system, PAC-1 missiles have a range of up to 70 km, PAC-2 missiles up to 160 km, and PAC-3 missiles hit ballistic missiles at a distance of up 35 km. Berlin has donated the Patriot missile defense system to Ukraine to help it counter Russian missile and drone strikes. In addition, after Zelensky's visit to the US, President Biden announced an aid package for Ukraine, which was included more Patriot systems. First place, M142 HIMARS. The HIMARS is a high-mobility rocket artillery system. The lightweight multiple rocket launcher mounted on the chassis of an Oshkosh armored truck. The Lockheed Martin rocket launcher was developed in the late 1990s for the United States Army. The HIMARS launcher can carry a pack of 6 missiles or a single ballistic missile. The set can use standard unguided MLRS missiles with a caliber of 227 mm, but also guided missiles of the GMLRS system with a range of over 80 km. In addition, the launcher can support the ATACMS family of guided missiles, which have a range of up to 300 km. For the time being, the Ukrainian military has medium-range ammunition, but even this was enough to carry out the whole range of the very effective attacks of Russian forces. Therefore, it is safe to say that HIMARS is one of the best weapons that Ukraine has received from the West. According to official information, the US provided Ukraine with more than 30 HIMARS systems in 2022.